Hello everyone and welcome to SED 775. In this class we're going to focus on learning about the very specific nature and needs of students with disabilities. Note that the title uses the term exceptional students, and that is an older term that we used to use to describe students with disabilities. The current and preferred terminology is students with disabilities, and you'll learn more about the specific terminology we use in special education in Module 1. So I'm going to use this video to walk you through the basics of the Blackboard shell. This course is completely online, and you'll be using Blackboard to access resources and submit all of your assignments. My name is Laura Clark, and I am the faculty member who created the course. In this semester that you are learning, you might have a different instructor. So to learn about that instructor, click on the Meet the Instructor link and you'll find information about that faculty member or instructor. The first place I recommend you go is the questions board. And when you click on the questions board link, you'll see a link to discussion board, and I'd like you to click on that. We like for you to use the questions board for any general questions about the class. And we recommend that the very first thing you do is subscribe to that forum. I've already subscribed to it, so now I have this unsubscribe link. So anytime that you have a question, you'll click on Create a Thread. And as you can see here, I've already posted a question. You should name your question as specific as possible and tell us exactly what isn't working or what you couldn't find or your specific question about an assignment. When you ask questions in this way, then everybody has access not only to the question so that they can help answer it, and if you know the answer to the question, please answer it, but also so that you can have access to the answers that are posted. If you subscribe to the forum, will get an email that gives you the question and lets you know every time a question or an answer is posted. The next thing you should click on is the syllabus. And of course, the syllabus is your course contract that describes everything that you need to know. It'll tell you who your instructor for the course is and give you contact information. It lets you know about the textbook, and there is a required text in this class. It's by Heward, Abner, Morgan, and Conrad, and the title is Exceptional Children: An Introduction to Special Education. This is the textbook I used when I took this class many years ago in the 5th edition, and the improvements to it in the 11th edition are fantastic. I hope you enjoy it as much as I continue to enjoy it. You will be using Blackboard and want to make sure that you're accessing Blackboard through Firefox, as Firefox is the most compatible with Blackboard and does the best job helping you access the assignment links and the videos that we include. In this course, we're going to focus on learning more about the specific legislation, IDEA, that governs special education, in addition to the ethical and legal requirements for supporting students with disabilities in the state of Kentucky. We'll be looking at each disability category and the requirements for having an IEP if you have one of those disabilities. We'll be looking at the different models of inclusion and how special education services are provided to students. And we'll also be looking at all the different professional roles that provide services to students with disabilities. In addition, we'll be looking at the very specific services, the assessments and instruction that happens for students with disabilities, and how that works within an IEP or an individualized education program through specially designed instruction, or SDI, and supplementary aids and services, SAS, as well as the very specific role of technology in supporting students with disabilities. Finally, we'll be looking at how we can support families from diverse backgrounds as we provide special education supports. All assignments are going to be uploaded into Blackboard and must be submitted on time. And the ways that you will be assessed in this class include module quizzes over the disability categories, some discussion boards that allow you to discuss with peers and look at some very specific examples of students with disabilities and how services have been provided. You'll be creating a research-based practices presentation and completing an IEP assignment that will help you dig deep into the required practices for supporting students with disabilities, as well as developing a special education matrix that will help you really understand the IDEA required categories for services. Because this class is completely online, the way your participation and attendance are recorded is through your completion of discussion boards and assignments. So make sure that you submit those on time. Every deadline for the class has already been established, and you will find that in the calendar at a glance. Every semester the calendar is updated and will have the module deadlines. Unless another deadline is listed over here in the assignments column, then assignments are due at the end of that module. You'll notice that across each row, you'll see not only the module outcomes and the readings and videos that are included, but also the assignments that are required. So to find the module information, you click on the modules link, and you'll notice that all the modules are ready for you to view. In Module 1 and every module after, you'll see that you have the same components: the learning outcomes, as well as how we'll be assessing those outcomes, the tasks for the modules, reading materials, and then the assignments. Each module has an advanced organizer, and while you are not required to complete this advanced organizer and submit it for a grade, I highly recommend that you use it as a graphic organizer to guide your learning in the module. If you complete these, it will make your final assignment much easier to complete. So I highly recommend that you take advantage of those and actually fill them in. The reading and lecture materials can be found here, and these are readings and materials above and beyond the textbook. In the reading and lecture materials, you'll find that we not only have looked at the content from a national perspective, but also what that means in the state of Kentucky. So you'll see information from KDE found in the modules and supplementary resources from our textbook. When you click back on this Module 1 overview, you'll also see an assignments link, and once you click on the assignments link, it has everything that you are required to submit for that module. So you'll see for Module 1, you're completing a quiz and also a discussion board post. If you'd like more information about the major projects of the course, you'll see that there's a folder here that has additional information. The actual research-based practices presentation is submitted through the modules tab. Your discussion boards can be accessed through the modules. You can also access the discussion boards usually in the discussion board link. If our class is large enough, we will break our larger class into smaller groups, and in that case you would actually access the discussion boards through your groups tab. If you have any questions about the course as we go, you can email specific grading questions to the instructor. General questions should be asked in the questions board. I hope you really enjoyed the learning in this class. We're very happy you joined us.